feeling so blessed. Thankful for the Lord, I ain't even gon' stress. Even though I know that this world is a test, I'm still a leader of love. And even if it feels like it's all on your shoulders, devil on your back trying to keep your heart colder, tell them back up, let them know that you a soldier, right? And a leader of love. So whatever it may be, just make it all matter. Keep your spirits up, ain't no need to be a downer. In everything you do, everyone you encounter, lead with love. So whatever it may be, just make it all matter. Keep your spirits up, ain't no need to be a downer. In everything you do and everyone you encounter, lead with love, leader of love.
Good morning, Grand Rising. It is your leader of love. So, sometimes we are attached to sick places. And the funny part about being attached to a sick place is sometimes we don't recognize that the place is sick. And when we don't recognize a place is sick, we keep trying to figure out what's the matter. For example, way back when they started becoming issues with lead in apartments and homes, and sometimes you hear people talk about stories of their parents who worked in coal mines or worked in different places, just way back before people began to maybe realize that certain places cause people to get sick. And so these people were in these places, but they couldn't figure out why they were getting sick. And then, of course, they determined sometimes it was the lead in the home that caused them to get sick. Sometimes we're in places that cause us to get sick and we don't realize it's the place. And sometimes people will have you thinking that it's you. And you'll be trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with me that I continue to get sick? And sometimes it's not you, it's the place that you're attached to. It is. Sometimes we're attached to jobs. And if we're not at the job, we're completely a different person. But when we're at work, it's like we've transformed. And you're like, I don't understand. It isn't always that it's you. Sometimes it's the place. I mean, we can go real deep with it, and sometimes we can be attached to churches. For those who are Christian, you can be attached to churches. I can say Muslims, you can be attached to a mosque. You can be attached to places that are sick, and it's not always you. But because a lot of times things are presented from a place of, well, it must be you, we always kind of go down the path of, well, it must be me. Sometimes it's not. And I really want you to kind of look at the places that you're at and begin to ask yourself, is there sickness in this place that I've been told is me? Just really think about that. There are people who move away from their homes because they recognize that their homes have the sickness or the sick place. I saw a post yesterday that someone put up, and the post said something like, when you get older, you'll realize why that auntie that's so distant is so distant and moved away, and you'll understand why it's for the better. Because there's sometimes the place is the sickness. And so you have to ask yourself, is it really me? That doesn't mean that it can't ever be you. So don't ever think that you can't ever be the cause of an issue or some sickness. But what I am saying is there are times when the sickness is the place and not you. It can be hard to detach yourself from somewhere that is sick, because attachments are hard to break sometimes. But if you want to kind of begin to heal, you have to detach from the place. I just encourage you to really look at some of the places that you're attached to and begin to ask yourself, are these places sick? And am I being sick because I'm at these places? This is your leader of love. Visit me on my Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page at Leader of Love, LUHV. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I hope that this week I may have said something that just encouraged you, made you think about some things that is going on in your life, made you think about some things that maybe you can help someone else with. But I hope I said something that made you think. In everything that you do and everyone that you encounter, lead with love. It matters.